Welcome, Norwex family, where we're creating safe havens through real relationship. Do you believe there's a Norwex trip in your future? Maybe you haven't thought about it or even considered it as a goal. But there is a way for every single one of you to join us on our next trip. And what you will earn is so much more than just a vacation. You will build real relationships with your Norwex family, and you'll see a bigger picture of what the promise of Norwex family really means. At Leadership Conference, Executive Vice President Deanna Kantola shared the story of earning her first trip and then her second. Listen to her story and you will learn not only what you need to do, you'll also hear why all of you should make earning the trip a priority this year.
The trip incentive was not on my radar. In fact, I was the person that when the trip testimony would come up, I would start kind of tuning out and flipping through my packet and kind of figuring out things because, well, my thought was, things like that just don't happen to people like me. I have to give you a little bit of my background just so that you can fully get the impact of what I'm talking about. So I've lived in the same little small farming community my entire life. I have lived in the same house in that small little farming community my whole life. I had the same job for 30 years in that same small community. I was a dental assistant, and I worked for the same dentist for 30 years. I've also been married to the same man for 30 years. My whole point in saying that is I don't do change. I was pretty content in my little corner of the world. It was all safe and nice. And then I stumbled on Norwex while cleaning houses for other people as a side job. After using the cloths for a little while, I kind of began to entertain the idea of becoming a consultant. I had never done anything like that in my life, but my husband and I were, like Denise said, we were looking for a way to earn some supplemental income to help our son pay for college. We had prayed about it, and it was 5 years ago, actually this week, Tuesday, that I decided to join Norwex as a consultant. My goal was to earn an extra $1,000 a month to help our son pay for college, nothing more, nothing less. And I did. I consistently worked my business. I earned that extra $1,000 a month. And near the end of my first year, much to my surprise, I received an email from Norwex that said, "Congratulations, you have been awarded an all-expense-paid trip to go on a cruise with your fellow consultants." And I was like, what? Delete, 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 delete. That needs to go away. I felt like Judy Latane in that jacket yesterday, only I took the jacket off, hung it on a hanger, put it in the closet, and closed it. I'm like, I needed to make that trip go away. That was not what I signed up for. Remember that nice little small farming community I'm from? Well, I didn't go. I did not go. That was all well and good. I took care of that, and I continued to work my business. Leave me alone. I just need to earn my $1,000. So I just continued to earn my $1,000, and year 2 came around, and I received another email. And that email said, "Congratulations, you've been awarded an all-expense paid trip to Punta Cana." So I Googled, where is Punta Cana? I quickly found out it was not in the United States. I said to my husband, I'm like, "Do you think I should go on this trip?" He said, "Yes, I think it would be good for you." And I think it would be good for your team, and I think it would be good for your business. So I did. Yeah. I left Ravenna. So I got a passport. I got on that plane all by myself, and I went to Punta Cana. I was doing pretty good. I sat next to a nice gentleman on the plane, and then that plane landed, and then they make you get off. And I started to get this anxiety. So I got off the plane, and the first person I recognized, not because I knew her, but because I recognized her haircut, was Megan Hopper, right? Who doesn't know Megan Hopper's haircut? I love that haircut. And I was like, so she was with Hillary Bromeisel, so I didn't know either. I didn't know either of them, but I quickly approached them, basically said, my name is Deanna Kantola. You don't know me, but will you be my friend? They said, yeah, we'll be your friend. I'm like, okay, cool. And I hooked on their wagon. And just for the record, we really are friends now. And we actually talk several times a week. So after spending that week in Punta Cana, meeting and making new friends, having coffee with Debbie Bolton, I not only knew that I belonged, but I also began to think that Norwex might possibly become my forever home. And I started to have a mind shift because of that trip. And I began to think, maybe things like this really do happen to people like me. I just want to say that that vision that I had in Punta Cana, that I caught on that first incentive trip, that became a reality. And 2 years ago this month, I left my 30-year dental assisting job, and Norwex has become my full-time career. Norwex is my forever home, and I've learned that things like that really do happen to people like me.
Deanna's story proves that wonderful things can happen to people just like you. So take your place with Norwex leaders and consultants on our next incentive trip. You'll be glad you did.